My guest on the show today is Rob Balasavas, and we are talking about strategy to grow a music YouTube channel. Today, we're specifically using the tool Tubebuddy. It's a tool that I've used personally on my YouTube channel for several years. Really enjoy this. I tell all my friends to use it, and I've gotten a lot of questions recently about how to get more views on videos and specifically getting your music out, getting more views on your music videos, cover videos on YouTube, how to grow and get your message out to a bigger audience. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So Rob, thank you for being on here and being willing to share from your experience, share some stories. It's great to have you on the show.
Yeah, Lydia, thank you so much. I was looking forward to this. Excited to be here, share some thoughts, and hang out with you. And yeah, everyone listening, nice to meet you all. And yeah, excited to chat about videos. I mean, nerd out and just geek out on this stuff for the next little bit.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of questions from people about how to even get started with video and how to get on YouTube and build that audience from scratch. So that's kind of what we're
Yeah.
talking about today, is using the tool TubeBuddy to do that. So could
Yes.
you quickly explain what is TubeBuddy and what do they do?
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so TubeBuddy is a software, it's a tool. There's the browser plugin, but also a website that you can log into. There's also a mobile app, but basically we're a tool. We have over 80 different features or tools within the platform, all for YouTube creators. So whether you're starting out, or whether you are, media conglomerate, all sorts of YouTube channels use us. We have, I think right now, reached over 5 million channels that have installed TubeBuddy. So yeah, that's what we do. All sorts of different, basically as many different pain points that YouTube creators have, from researching keywords to split testing thumbnails to managing their comments and understanding data. Like that's basically what TubeBuddy does.
Yeah, and if people are listening that have maybe put a few videos up on
Yeah.
YouTube, maybe just put their toe in the water and haven't really set up a video strategy as far as how often they're releasing videos, a lot of that can be decided through the keyword research of figuring out what people are searching for. And I
Yes.
think that was a very freeing idea for me, because before doing any kind of keyword research, I was thinking, what do I want to put out there, and
Hmm.
what do I think would be a good song? And if you just leave it up to that and don't look at the data, then you're just guessing. You're just
Exactly.
trying to figure out something without looking at the numbers. And so I think if someone has a YouTube account and they have the analytics of any previous videos, you can go back and see
Yeah.
what's doing well over time. So then you can get even better and plan out future videos. But for someone just getting started, I think TubeBuddy is a great tool to get started with. If you haven't used any kind of keyword research, they make it super easy, and you can plan out your videos that way. You can even schedule them ahead, and so you can plan a bunch at a time. So I've used
Absolutely.
it myself for several years. I even used it today.
Amazing.
So I want to pass it on to anybody that is looking to do more video and really wanting to scale it, take it to the next level, and have some tools to make it easier. So they're not
Mhm.
having to guess and not having to
Yeah.
do it all themselves. So there's a great free version of TubeBuddy, and there's also paid versions where you can get access to more features. So
That's
it's been
right.
a great tool.
One of the main things when people say, like, what does TubeBuddy do? One of the main things we are trying to do is remove the guesswork out of being a creator on YouTube. But we just want to give you the data. You can decide. So that's the first thing. The other thing, Lydia, that I would suggest is also understand your audience, right? Understanding your audience. And what you may want to do, one strategy that a lot of creators make or do is creating playlists. And when you create a playlist, it doesn't just have to be your videos. So if somebody was looking for, let's say they're looking for worship acoustic music, right? They want to work, or maybe at the end of the day, they just want some like worship acoustic music. You may want to, maybe you have your own original or your cover for that. And then you may want to then create, pick, 20 or 30 other, videos that are worship acoustic music from other channels, other creators as well, other artists, and make a playlist. Make sure that the playlist title is also searchable. So it's optimized for the title, just like you would for a video. And then also with a playlist, there's also the descriptions, right? So make sure that the description is also optimized. You're using the keyword in the description multiple times in natural language. And then that way, when people are looking, they may, like, for example, I use this example because I actually look up worship acoustic playlist, and then I'll listen to that while I'm working sometimes when I'm just doing emails or editing.
Yeah.
And so understand that, because then that what that does too is playlists are searchable. So if somebody looks that up, it'll come up in search. Also, if people start listening to that, make your video the first video in the playlist. That way, when they click onto that playlist, when it comes up in search, they're going to listen to your video. Now, they're going to listen, hopefully, again, understanding YouTube. YouTube wants the audience, the viewers, to binge watch, right? They want to watch your video. YouTube wants that viewer to watch Lydia's video, and then another video, and just stay on YouTube, right? So if you make a playlist, automatically that's already doing the job. They're going to watch Lydia's music video, then the next one, and hopefully the next one. What this does is sort of like the next level is it's connecting similar audiences. So now I'm watching Lydia's video, and then I'm also watching the next artist video on their channel, and then watching another one. And so now YouTube is making a profile of who listens to Lydia's videos or watches Lydia's videos. And so, it'll now understand and start sort of connecting a web of like, hey, this person on YouTube that watches this channel is also watching Lydia's channel. So maybe let's suggest Lydia's videos to this person who watched all the videos from this other channel. So that's when you get your videos can start getting recommended and suggested by YouTube, right? So understanding how YouTube works a little bit really helps you in sort of that strategy. You're not doing anything more. You're not creating any more videos than you normally would. You're just positioning yourself so that you can then get YouTube to YouTube to do the work of promoting your videos, right? YouTube there's billions and millions of people watching YouTube videos all the time and doing searches, and there's nonstop, hours of consumption happening on YouTube. So you just need to understand how to get your video into that highway. And so just positioning yourself in a playlist, for example, if that's just the one thing you get out of this video, is that create a playlist with other creators, right? Don't be afraid of that, because that's what you want to happen. There is, there's a strategy of trying to generate your own views yourself through search, right? So if somebody searched Lydia Walker, obviously, hopefully Lydia's videos and her channel is going to pop up.
Right.
But what you want to be known for, or what you want to show up for, is when someone searches something more general, like, again, worship acoustic playlist, right? More people are going to be searching for that than Rob Balasabas or Lydia Walker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to start showing up for that. The next thing is when people are searching and watching other channels similar to yours, you want to be the next up video. So like if you watch any videos right now on YouTube, watch a video. If it's on the mobile, or sorry, if it's on the desktop or laptop, you'll see, like, if you finish this video, YouTube will likely automatically play another one. You want to be that next one. So that's one of the ways to grow your audience.
Yeah, thank you so much for diving into how it actually works with YouTube, and how it is important to rank in search and be on that first page when they're searching for things that are similar. Try it as a user. How would you search for that term, and what comes up, and what kind of titles do they have? What are the things that people are going to be searching for that relate to what you're doing? Because you're teaching the algorithm, and you're teaching YouTube, like, this is what's in the video, this is what's going to relate to when people search this.
So there's two things. The title is for the robots on Google and YouTube to pick up the video, put it up on the search results. And then the second part is to get the human to click. So the longer your title is, the longer your keyword or title, YouTube title is, the less searches are going to be happening each month. But that's fine, especially if you're starting, you're newer, you're smaller channel. That's fine. That's okay, because you're going to have there's going to be less searches, but your chances of ranking are going to be better. And just by the mere fact that there are so many people searching and surfing through YouTube, you're going to be fine. You do need to start somewhere. So
Mhm.
it's kind of like a game. Like, you kind of like the way that I describe it is like, you're trying to build up your experience points, right? So you can't just say like, you say Lauren Daigle acoustic. It's like, that is so short, so specific, so general almost, that
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of other channels and videos that are likely larger. Lauren Daigle herself is probably like dominating that
Right.
page, so you need to be a little bit more specific. Keyword research will help you with right in the beginning, so that you're going to put as much time and effort doing a Lauren Daigle piano cover versus like a guitar cover. But the data tells you that your opportunity is better by going with the guitar cover initially. Now you can do the guitar cover first because that shows that's opportunity there. Then after that, you can do the piano cover as well, right? The vocal cover as
Mhm.
well. The a cappella version. You can do that,
Yeah.
and it's like dominate all of that, and you can make that into a playlist. So then, like
Mhm.
if somebody is searching Lauren Daigle, you say cover or tutorials, then you have a playlist specifically for that song. Again, I'm like really like diving into the Lauren Daigle here, but Lauren Daigle, you can just create a bunch of different versions of
Mhm.
that cover. You can then sprinkle in something different, maybe a tutorial like you have done, Lydia, like very smart.
Yeah, I've noticed that pattern has shown up in several of the videos in my top 10 videos that
Yeah.
are most viewed on my YouTube channel are tutorials because I include the chords that I'm playing. And if
Amazing.
someone is looking up covers to learn that song and maybe watch how you play it on the guitar or watch your chords or learn the strum pattern, they might be looking for the chords. And so I've found that adds value because people don't know me as an artist or a singer, but if they're
Mhm.
looking up that specific song in order to learn it, if
Yeah.
you're adding the lyrics, you could just put the lyrics of the song you're doing, or you can add the chords that you're playing, or even show a little bit of the behind the scenes of like, here's how I'm playing, or here's what the key of the song, anything that people might be coming to with questions. It seems to be really helpful. And those are some of the top videos on my channel
Yeah.
because I've included the chords just overlaid as an image on my videos. So that's
Yeah.
something you can do if you know the chords already from those songs. You can just add to what you're already doing. But how many times have we searched YouTube to find out how to do a very specific little thing?
Yeah.
And there's tutorials on everything literally. And so it's really about finding that hole in the market is what I call it. It's
That's right.
it's like finding that perfect uh combination of like what people are searching for that doesn't have a lot of competition. You want to find a keyword that really fits well with what you're doing, but it's
Mhm.
going to show up at the top, maybe the top few videos. When someone searches that term, they're going to find you. And then the great thing about that is like just do that over and over and over. Make it part of your workflow of making the new video. Like you can do keyword research before you ever make the video and you know
Yep.
exactly what it's going to be.
That's it. It's super simple. And that's the thing. Like if you're starting out too, Lydia, just a little word of advice and just from experience, don't try to do everything all at once. As long as your next video is better, a little bit better than the last one, that's it. That's a huge win. And then as you do that, listen to comments, right? Read your
Yes.
comments, and there might be a request. You might be
Mm-hmm.
saying, hey, that's awesome, that's an awesome cover, can you do this song by this artist as well, same artist? And you're like, okay, cool, that's all really good. I like how you're doing. I mean, as a musician, looking at monetization as well, like what you're doing, Lydia, with tutorials and things like that. That's another way too. Like, YouTube is a search engine, so don't forget that. People are searching questions, they're looking for entertainment. If they're looking for, like, again, acoustic worship playlist, that's entertainment, right? They're looking for
Mm-hmm.
something to listen to enjoy. They may be looking for, a question like, how do I play this song on the
Mm-hmm.
guitar, right? So tutorials. So they're looking for questions. And so in those cases, you may want to take that same thing and then, create a tutorial if you like, and then say like, hey, if you want to watch the entire thing of how I play this, here's my cover version of it, and then link to it, or like use the cards, right? There's like little YouTube cards, annotations that you can
Mm-hmm.
use as well. Again, thinking of like, okay, when somebody is here, what do they want to do? They want to learn. That's why they came to a tutorial video. Now, where can I send them so that they stay on YouTube? But even more, if there's an opportunity, if it makes sense, stay on my channel to watch more of my videos. See, the
Mhm.
way that it works too is that you don't get obsessed with, okay, in the first 10 seconds I got to make sure I tell people to subscribe and stuff like that and click the
'Cause
notification
they
bell.
will if they like it. Yeah.
They will if they like it. Exactly, Lydia. So right there. So, and also YouTube will do the work. So if somebody came in, they were searching for something, they found your video, they clicked on it, they don't subscribe, it's fine. Because what happens next is they leave YouTube, they come back, right? They go for lunch or whatever. The next day they come back to YouTube. They're going to start seeing more of your videos because
Mhm.
guess what? YouTube is now saying, hey, you know what? Rob, he watched one of Lydia's videos or part of it. Let's see if he likes some of her other videos, right? Because they're matchmaking, right? They're trying to
Mhm.
find videos for people so that people will stay engaged and keep coming back to YouTube. So work with YouTube in that sense. So why the reason I say that is because when you are, especially, of course, if it's a cover song, if you start the cover song and you're like, hey guys, it's Rob, make sure you subscribe, and then you start playing, it's kind of like it kind of
They haven't
breaks the
even heard it
vibe.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of breaks the rhythm. So when they click on it, just start. It's like a music video. Start the music video, and then in the bottom you may want to have little like graphics saying, "Hey, subscribe" and stuff like that. But again, sometimes people aren't looking at the thing at the screen; they're listening, right, while they're
Mhm.
working. So again, understand the avatar or the persona of the viewers and the listeners.
Right, because
Go
they might
subscribe.
listen to several videos before they decide to stick around.
That's
They
right.
might think, "Okay, I like what I've heard so far. I wanna hear more from them," and then they subscribe. So it might not be before they hear the song. It might not be, even in the first few videos. So it
That's
is good
right.
to ask and to have those opportunities,
Yeah,
for them to subscribe, but you're saying that, YouTube will know what they're watching and even recommend your content, to them later on if they watch part of it. So there's
exactly.
multiple ways that they can find it.
Exactly. It's always good content is the best way to get more subscribers. So, but yeah, every now and then do the call out, maybe at the end of the video, or have some type of graphic at the end or something. But just focus on the metrics that are metrics basically is like the data. So,
Mhm.
the metric that I like to watch is just watch time. So, how much of
Yeah.
a video will somebody watch? If you see the thing, if you're a music video, most likely their watch times are really high because like if somebody starts a song, they'll likely finish it very close. So play on that, have a playlist, something that will like recommend one of your next videos and so on. So yeah, you definitely use that.
Yeah, one thing that I love to recommend to friends of mine that are releasing their own music, if you're putting a song out on iTunes and Spotify and Apple Music and all those places where it can be streamed, then any plays on a YouTube video you would get paid for as an artist for that
Mhm.
recording. And so you could have a video that's a music video of your own song using that recording. You could have a lyric video. You could have a slideshow video with behind the scenes pictures of you in the studio. You could have 3 or 4 videos of the same song, just a different version of that, and then include those on your playlist, include those with similar cover songs. And that's how it grows, is just, getting creative within the structure of what people are looking for, what's entertaining, what are people going to enjoy, and how you can get your music out to more people, which is the big goal here, is to get it to the people that will enjoy it, will want to stick around and become a fan. But this is one way to really boost your audience and get it out to more people. And so I think it's exciting that, video is going to be sticking around and it's going to be more important than ever. So if you have just barely gotten started, like now's the time to really double down. And if you have some videos out there, you might want to even go back and update
Mhm.
some older videos. Cause I've had some videos where now that I've learned more about keyword research and about search and ranking and all that, I've gone back to old videos and literally brought them back to life because I update the title and the description and the tags, and
Right.
then they get
Right.
found by more people. And so you can use videos you've already got. So don't feel like you have to start over, but you can just start
Right.
from where you're at. So I
That's
really
right.
appreciate your time to talk through this and give
Absolutely.
some ideas, some examples. It's really helpful. And I'm excited to see what people do with it, and
Yeah.
just, I'm really enjoying using TubeBuddy. And so I really appreciate you coming and talking about what it does and how it can help. I think it's been really encouraging just to hear kind of the process of thinking about ideas for videos and how to structure them to get found by the right people and the right audience. So would you please let everybody know how they can connect with you and see what you're doing as far as, maybe watching what you're doing on YouTube and getting some
Sure.
tips and pointers? Where can they
Yeah.
connect with you online?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you for everything. Thank you for inviting me, and hopefully we get to do this again, maybe on the TubeBuddy channels. But yeah,
Yes,
I
I'd love
enjoyed this.
to.
I enjoyed this a lot, and I love your channel. I just love the heart that you have behind everything that you're doing, and reaching people in this format and helping them get their message out. So, yeah, no, I mean, you guys can all reach me. We try to be as approachable, hopefully, and reachable as possible. So, you can just copy and paste my name because I have a really long last name. Copy and paste my name on Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, and just send me a message anywhere. At Tubebuddy as well. I'm one of the few team members that are on there behind the scenes. So if you send us an email, partners@tubebuddy.com as well. That will just go directly to me. So yeah, if there's any questions, any other collaboration opportunities, anything that we can help with, reach out to us anytime.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for being on the show today and sharing. It's been great to talk with you and to nerd out a little bit on the
Yeah.
YouTube side, and really excited to get connected with you. So thanks for being on the show today.
Thanks, Lydia.